The 7 natural wonders of the world are the 7 most amazing geological, aquatic, and astrophysical phenomena on this planet. Although there is no list of the 7 natural wonders that everyone agrees on, these 7 are from a list released by CNN in 1997, which is currently viewed as the official list. All of these wonders are clearly defined natural sites or monuments that were not created or significantly altered by humans. Please note that this list is not in order of importance. First, we have Mount Everest, shown by Mount Everest. This is the highest spot on the Earth and is located in the Himalaya Mountains on the border between Nepal and Tibet. Next is Aurora Borealis, also known as the Northern Lights, and in this picture, a roaring boar and neon lights. They are naturally occurring lights that create intriguing and spectacular displays in the sky that appear as glowing sheets or as dancing waves and can be seen as you get closer to the North Pole. Located in Arizona, USA, is the Grand Canyon. Here, the Grandma Crayon at the Grand Canyon. 277 miles long, 4 to 18 miles wide, and over 1 mile deep. It's huge, and it's beautiful too. The Parasutin is a cinder cone volcano that first erupted in 1952, shown as parachuting at the Parasutin volcano. It was established as a national wonder because people actually witnessed its birth and saw it erupt for the first time. The harbor of Rio de Janeiro is down in Brazil, South America, and is shown as the harbor at river of De Janeiro mustard, with the statue of Jesus that is the most familiar landmark of Rio de Janeiro. It was created by erosion from the Atlantic Ocean, and it's the largest bay in the world. Queen Victoria is falling off of Victoria Falls, the largest waterfall in the world, based on width and height of the falls. The name Victoria Falls was given by the Scottish explorer Dr. David Livingstone when exploring this area between Zambia and Zimbabwe in Africa. Last, yet no less amazing, is the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, seen as a great white shark at the road barrier. It is the largest coral reef system in the world, made up of over 2,900 separate reefs, spanning over 1,600 miles. It is the world's largest individual formation created by living organisms. And, oh yeah, it can even be seen from outer space. These are the 7 most amazing natural wonders of the world.
Have I ever told you the story of the natural 7?
They're called the 7 natural wonders of the world, sweetheart.
Oh, good, you've heard of them. Well, during my expeditions to the natural 7, I saw countless wonders. Wonders you wouldn't believe.
You saw 7 wonders, dear, 7.
My journey began in the Himalayas. I was spotted by a local kingpin just after landing. Somehow, he knew I was there to uncover the secrets of Mount Everest. He put a price on my head, and I was dodging bounty hunters for most of the ascent.
They were Sherpas, and they were offering to guide us up the mountain. We nearly froze to death.
I reached the summit and stood victoriously over all the mountain. That's when I made my world-renowned discovery.
A roaring boar lit up the sky.
A roaring boar lit up the sky, the northern lights beaming from his rump.
Who says rump?
I chased the galloping beast and suddenly found myself in Arizona, overlooking the grandest of all canyons. I spotted a Grandma Cran snapping pictures. I had her capture first contact with the native peoples and made the cover of Time magazine.
You mean those school kids on a field trip? That picture's in a shoebox upstairs.
Having squeezed the most elusive secrets from the wonders of the Northern Hemisphere, my gaze turned south.
I booked the flight to Mexico as part of a package deal.
The trek was long and arduous. I crossed the border on foot, following in the footsteps of my ancestors.
You're Norwegian.
As soon as the Parasutin volcano rose from the horizon, I knew what I had to do. I would be the first to parachute from Parasutin. When I leapt from the fiery pit, the winds of fate carried me further south still.
Winds of Fate, Delta Airlines. Not the same.
As I floated down through the clouds, I spotted a harbor near a river of De Janeiro mustard. River De Janeiro, they called it.
Rio de Janeiro, sweetheart. Rio de Janeiro.
I jumped on board a sturdy vessel at the harbor and pointed eastward. The crew definitely knew who I was, because they seemed to be working most diligently. I stepped onto the African coastline and heard the chilling cries of a damsel.
I was crying the whole time.
It was Queen Victoria going over Victoria Falls. I knew I didn't have time to catch her, so I did the next best thing. I threw a barrier in front of a great white near Australia so he wouldn't eat her. And that's how the Great Barrier Reef was formed.
My mother was right about you.
And so were you, sweetheart. So were you.
If you enjoyed the 7 Wonders of the World Picmonic, check us out at Picmonic.com. We have tons of unforgettable content for nearly everything in the healthcare industry, not to mention other areas of study such as law, college, GRE prep, and so much more. Just sign up for a free account and start remembering everything today. Play, quiz, and spaced repetition. Efficient, effective, and research proven to increase exam scores.